share with you today are some of the, it's called Grow Your Business Online. I call it the not so secret secrets that Google wants you to know about what you need to do with your website. 80% of this presentation came directly from Google. So through the SBDC is a partner with Google on helping local businesses get their Google Maps listings updated. And that's something that we do through the SBDC. So as a part of that program, with part of the training, they give you this presentation to say, here's what you need to go and share with the businesses. So this is not even directly from me, based on my interpretation. This is directly from Google, the source. So that's what I'm going to share with you in this today. The first thing you have to remember about your website and anything you do online is answering the question, how do you actually measure success? A lot of times we're like, oh, how many friends do I have? How many likes did I get? How much website traffic? You know, is the traffic going up, going down? That's interesting information sometimes, but that doesn't necessarily, that's not the goal. Traffic isn't the goal. Customers is the goal. So we always have to remember, we want qualified prospects. So everything that we do needs to be built around that. How do I get a qualified prospect? And is the site, is the social, is whatever we're doing moving us towards getting a qualified prospect? These things might be interesting information in terms of traffic and subscribers and friends and followers in our total reach, but it's not necessarily, that's not the goal of what we're trying to accomplish. So just a good reminder of that. I think I'm going to skip that video because it doesn't matter. So part of what Google looks at, and they've really taken almost a mobile first strategy in how they're doing everything now, because so much of the search has transitioned away from desktop to mobile. And Google calls it a zero moment of truth. At the point that someone has a need, they grab the phone, they do the search, and how do you show up at that particular moment, and those split-second decisions that people are making about your business. So these are just some stats that Google has. 80% of consumers use the search engine when looking for information about local businesses. 76% of people who search on their smartphones for something nearby visit a business within a day. So in terms of local business, what's happening on mobile is critically important. And how you're going to show up on that mobile device really matters. And we'll talk about some tips that they have for that. So this is kind of a typical search query. Someone puts in their search query and then this comes up. And depending on what you're doing, this is for a bakery. This here you can see it's got the little word add next to it. You'll see those now. They used to be on the top and on the side. They're only on the top, down, and on the bottom. So they've actually made fewer ad options. Anaya knows all about this. So you used to be able to, spend a little less, because instead of getting my ad on the top, I'll get my ad on the side. We can adjust that in the algorithms and our bidding, but now that's completely gone. So you got to compete with the top 3 spots and try to get in the top 3 spots as an advertiser. But you don't have to advertise. Here's an organic search result. So this is just the website. This is the Google Maps listing over here. So how do you get there? If you don't have the listing, you haven't claimed it yet, you don't have a login to go in and change it, then this is what you need to do. If you go to gybo.com/business, you can do a search for your business. It will probably find it and then give you the chance then to claim that listing. And the way you claim it is through a verification. Verification is usually a direct phone call. It'll call your business phone number, and as long as someone can answer that, it'll give you a 6-digit code. You type in the code, verify. If you can't do it via phone, it can do it via a postcard that'll send to you, Google will send to you in the mail. So you'll say, send me the postcard, that'll take about a week to get to you, and then you can go back in, type in the verification code, and then it's verified. Once you do that, the information you want to appear is going to show up there. A lot of times, the information is out there, but it's the wrong information because you haven't claimed the listing and haven't updated. So that's a verification. So what can you do? You can edit all the info, obviously your hours. You can put in special hours if you're taking off holidays and things like that. The photos are really a big piece of this. People really look at the pictures. I don't know why. For some businesses it makes sense, but for other businesses where you would think they wouldn't care about seeing the pictures, because there's a dashboard in the back of analytics for this that shows how many people viewed pictures, how many people got directions, how many people made a call. It's all tracked in the back end of this. But updating the pictures makes it more relevant. It also helps improve the search results, because if Google sees that you have a more updated listing than your competition, then Google will give you a little more preference. Respond to reviews. We'll talk about that a little bit in the reviews, but you should respond to every single review on your Google page, good or bad.